Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Magical Artist Tour. I'm your host, Brian Chapman, and today we're going to learn about assemblage. What is that, you say? Well, it's assemblage. It's putting things together, all different sorts of things, but in art, we use the term assemblage, which is French, you see. So, really great artist today, Donna Geist Buch. She's going to show us some of her paintings and talk about her process and how she got from A to B in her journey as an artist. So, we hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you at the end.
Hi, so I am here on behalf of Topanga New Times, and I'm Olivia Poole, and I am interviewing magical artist Donna Geist. Did I say that correctly? Or Geist
Donna
Bush?
Geist Bush.
Donna,
Thank you.
I knew I was going to mess that one up.
Good
Donna
try.
Geist Bush. And as you can see behind Donna, she's got like some of her amazing like mixed media assemblage pieces and a gorgeous painting. And so we're gonna kind of dive in and chat and find out. You know, you were just telling me a moment ago before we're officially recording of your journey of being an artist and how you've changed over the years. And I think that's such an interesting thing and so inspiring. If you wouldn't mind sharing that.
Yes, that's correct. Well, originally, I came from Louisiana and I moved out here in the late 80s. And I was mostly working with real pastels, doing more realism type of artwork. But then later, as I lived here, I studied at Otis Parsons, and I had this amazing teacher that was, his name was Franklin Legal at Otis Parsons Institute. And I kind of stepped up into an advanced painting class, not really being much of a painter. I drew a lot, worked in pastels, but never really painted so much. And he had me write an essay about why I deserve to be in this advanced painting class. And then he loved it and took me in, which I was just totally amazed. I was so happy. But it just intrigued me. These artists were doing all types of textual type of work in using 3D elements in their paintings. And I just really started to take off from there. In fact, I did a series of astronaut paintings and I sold them to a company that made special effects for movies. They were quite large pieces. And that kind of started me on my journey of wanting to do more and more mixed media and almost experimenting into what kind of textures and moods I can get into the paintings. And then later I started doing the assemblage pieces. And that also kind of took off a little slow because I was just actually assembling things. But then I started getting into thinking, I want this to look more sculptural. And that broadened my horizon on how I looked at and worked on my pieces.
Beautiful. Thank you.
They,
What an incredible journey. And it's obviously brought you into this place where, you know, you're really creating some very, very dynamic, like gorgeous pieces there, like the ones that we're seeing on either side of you, you know, and there's just so much detail and so much going into that. It's really gorgeous. And I was checking out your website of all of the paintings, and can you tell us a little bit about those, because they do seem to kind of have this, like you were mentioning, this astronaut thing, and like they kind of have a spacey kind of vibe to them.
well, that goes to show you where my head's at. I just love, to get into, well, I'm intrigued with space for one thing. And, I watch the Science Channel a lot, and I love to look at like the planets and the history of the universe. And so that kind of got my head spinning on how I can create pieces that were more abstract, yet had an element of realism to them. And I start usually, I don't work like normal artists with my canvas up. I usually work on a flat surface because I work in layers. And so what I do is I'll kind of not always have a perfect concept of what I want to do, but I'll start by kind of sketching out something that I want to maybe lay out. And then day by day, I'll add like layers of either texture or washes over it and glazes to get the right feel that I want to get into the painting. And I usually work in series. I don't do like, once in a while I'll do one here and one there, but usually if I start on one concept, I continue and move along and do a group of them until I'm ready to move on to the next concept.
Beautiful. And, thank you so much for taking the time today to just chat with us briefly. And people, they can go to your website, they can visit your work at the Topanga Canyon Gallery as well. And, participate in the gallery tour that's taking place, and just be able to have like a connection and a peek into your world and into your creativity. So thank you so much, Donna.
Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I really enjoyed it, and hope to see you again soon.
Yes, thank you so much. We'll see you around the canyon.
All right, thank you. Have a great day.
And so we come to the end of another episode of The Magical Artist Tour. Sure hope you enjoy the show. Hope you enjoyed the show. I'm Brian Chapman for Topanga New Times. Thanks, Olivia Poole. Thank you, Donna Geist Bush. We'll see everybody next time on the Magical Artist Tour.